our headliner, Mr. Wink Martindale.
Thank you very much, Johnny Gilbert. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much. Welcome to Headline Chasers. I know it's hard to stop. I really do. Hey, welcome as we play the events, the voices, the places, and the faces that made our front headlines and are making, as we speak, our front page headlines. And if our players recognize these stories, they'll take home a lot of money. Let's say hello to our couple. Johnny Gilbert, who are they?
Well, Wink, first of all, we've got some folks from Mesa, Arizona, and Vienna, Virginia. This is Stacy and Steve Shehay. And from Yucaipa, California, this is Louise and Mike Walker.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Louise and Mike and Stacy and Steve, welcome to Headline Chasers. Nice to have all of you here. Here's the way we play the game. You know, I'm sure. Headline Chasers features cover stories, voices of headliners, and headline stories from the past and present. All of the headlines that we use on this show, and the newspapers for that matter, have been made up specifically for the show. The material is always based on actual people and events. And by the way, those of you at home, we will tell you how many words are in each headline as we play. So here we go. First headline's worth $500 apiece. When the clues are given, the monies go down, so you want to play as quickly as possible. Here's the first headline. Look at the screen from the movie section of the Los Angeles News, March 4th, 1952.
This headline has 6 words.
First clue, and some letters. Death Valley hosts. Second clue is actress fiancé, and we'll add more letters. Remember, this is from the movie section. Third clue for $200, San Fernando ceremony. Steve and Stacy think they know. We're going to put the letters in, study the headline. Now tell me what it says.
Ron Reagan and Nancy Davis wed.
Ron Reagan and Nancy Davis wed. March 4, 1952 headline. Right? Yes, that's exactly right. Steve and Stacy jump out in front with $200. Each of these questions on that headline worth $100 apiece. Ronald Reagan and Nancy Davis appeared in this film together. I want you to complete its name. Hellcats of the... Steve and Stacy.
Pacific.
No. Louise and Mike. Hellcats of the...
Army?
No, Navy. You should have tried Navy. Hellcats of the... Well, I guess it does sound like it would be Army, doesn't it? Okay, no money for that one. Try this one. Name Ronald Reagan's first wife. Nobody knows. Audience? Audience gets $500. You get nothing. It's not... No, don't hold me to that. Don't hold me to that. I could have said 50 cents. Oh, boy, the big spender from the South here. Take a look at the big screen, everybody, from the popular music pages of the U.S. Report, August 15th, 1969.
This headline has 4 words.
First clue, music fair, with some letters. From the popular music pages. Second clue is 60s groups for $300. More letters. Steve and Stacy, we put the letters in first in red, now in black. There they are. What does it say for $300?
Rock celebrities at Woodstock.
Rock celebrities at Woodstock. Is it right or wrong? Sorry, Steve and Stacy. Louise and Mike, take a shot at it, or would you like another clue?
We'll take a shot at it.
All right, for $300, tell me.
Rock celebrates at Woodstock.
Is it Rock celebrates at Woodstock for $300? Take a look and see for yourself they are right. Yes. So you jump into the lead by $100. Now listen carefully, everybody. What state hosted the Woodstock Fair? Steve and Stacy.
New York.
Yes, the state of New York. We have a tie game, $300 apiece. This musician performed a hard rock version of the national anthem at Louise and Mike.
Jimi Hendrix.
Right. We have another $100 to add to the total for Louise and Mike. Let's take a look at this headline, everybody, from the sports pages of the Las Vegas Times. The date is January 12th, 1969.
This headline has 7 words.
Namath calls it. Let's add letters. From the sports pages. Steve and Stacy, I will pay you $400 to tell me what that says.
Jets upset Colts in Super Bowl 16-7.
Check it out. See if you're right. Jets upset Colts in Super Bowl 16-7? Yes, that's exactly right on the money. Did you two work together on that one? Yeah. Are you a sports fan, too?
No.
Okay, first question on that headline. What college did Jets quarterback Joe Namath attend? University of Alabama. This game was played in the Orange Bowl. In what city is that stadium located? Louise and Mike.
I have to take a shot at Miami.
You would be right with Miami, Florida. Yes, for $100. Let's check our scores. Louise and Mike Walker with $500. Trail Steve and Stacy Shehay with $700. $200 differential in our next edition. The couples test their skill at recognizing voices and faces of famous newsmakers from back then up to the present. First, we'll take a commercial break. We need it, don't we? Yeah. Let's just sit back and enjoy this. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Headline Chasers. Let's get a close-up look at our players here. Louise and Mike Walker have been married for 12 years. They have 3 children, ages 10, 5, and 3. And you met in your father's bowling center, is that right?
That's right.
And you had a special way of getting her attention.
Yeah, every time she would go up to bowl, I would turn the machine off on her, and it worked.
Mm-hmm. Did you get upset in the beginning, and then did you learn to love his little antics? Or?
No, I had hoped and prayed it was him all along doing these silly things.
Because you had noticed him?
Yes, definitely.
All right. And you're a district manager for an ice cream company.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. What do you do, Louise?
I am a sales representative for a silk flower company.
Silk flowers are very expensive, aren't
Yes.
they? Yeah, but they are so pretty. I bought some
last
for my
forever.
home. Yeah. Okay, welcome to the show. Good luck to you. $500. You trail by $200. Let's go over here and say hello to the... Did I get this right? Shehays?
Yeah.
Shehays. Stacy and Steve. They had been together, married for 7 years. And you met Steve when you tried to get him to fall in love with a roommate. How does a person... explain thyself.
My roommate knew him before I did, and she kept talking about this person that was ignoring her, and so when I got to know him, I kept trying to get him interested in her, and it didn't work.
Well, here you are together. And you've just completed, what, a Ph.D. in Research Methods and Statistics at UCLA, huh? Starting a brand new job with someone here in Los Angeles?
Yes, a major CPA firm downtown, and I get to spend my first 60 days on the job in Hawaii.
Tough duty. Tough duty. Well, good luck there, and good luck here as we continue. 700 to 500. Players, this section of our paper is concerned with faces and voices of famous newsmakers, past and present. First, from the sound of the headliner's voice, just identify the newsmaker. The value of the voice decreases the longer you play, so you want to get it as soon as possible. Here's your first voice, and as you listen to this, think Vietnam. Think Vietnam. Listen.
When South Vietnam was lost, he was not on the battlefield. We had to withdraw our troops.
Steve and Stacy, who is that?
William C. Westmoreland?
Is it General William C. Westmoreland? Take a look for yourself, and you'll find that indeed it is General William Westmoreland, a commander in Vietnam during those war years. Okay, let's go to our first cover story. The value of the cover decreases with each clue. This is from an actual cover of Sports Illustrated. Ladies and gentlemen, Sports Illustrated magazine. First clue, one of twins. Second clue is towering athlete. Third clue, Virginia athlete. One more clue, Houston dunker. Louise and Mike think they have it. Who is it?
I'm going to take a shot at Moses Malone.
Is it Moses Malone? Wrong. Steve and Stacy, is it someone that you think you know, or would you have to pass on this for $100?
Wilt Chamberlain. I have no idea.
Is it Wilt Chamberlain? No, it is Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson, one of the twins. What they call them the twin towers of the Houston Rockets. One is Ralph Sampson, the other is Akeem Olajuwon. And they are big. All right, let's take a listen to this next voice. Again, worth $500 to start. And I want you to think actor. Think actor as you watch and listen.
Well, I get drunk a lot, fall out of cars, take 6, 7 women home every night alone.
Louise and Mike, who is that wild man?
That sure sounds like Jack Nicholson.
Is it for $300? Jack Nicholson. Yes, it is. Jack Nicholson. And he says Hollywood's not exciting. I mean, come on. $800 for Louise and Mike, $1,100 for Stacy and Steve. One more cover story for you from an actual cover of People magazine. Take a gander at this one. Louise and Mike for $500. Who is that?
Cindy Lauper.
Is it Cindy Lauper for $500? Who else has hair that color? Yes, there it is. Cindy Lauper. Well done, Louise and Mike. That was a matter of who punched first, right? Because you couldn't miss out on that one. 1,100 to 1,300, another very close match. Coming up will be our final edition. As the scores can change in a hurry, the dollars can rapidly change. Our couples will go headline chasing for big cash, where the headlines start at $1,000. Somebody's going to get a chance to play for an additional $5,000 later in our headline extra. Who will it be? This one or this one? We'll be right back.
And now, back to Wink Martindale.
Thank you, Johnny. We have a very tight game going on here. $1,100 to Steve and Stacy Sheehay, and Louise and Mike Walker have $1,300. These scores are going to change in somebody's direction. We're going to find out whose as we continue in our last section with our final group of headlines. Couples, you'll see a series of headline events that we've created and printed in our own made-up newspapers. From a maximum of 4 clues I'll give you, give me the word-for-word headline, and we will tell you how many letters are in each headline. The headline values start at $1,000. Here we go. From the sports pages of the New York Globe, October 16th, 1969.
This headline has 5 words.
No buzz for 1,000, so for $800, Orioles fall. Let's add some letters to that headline. From the sports pages of sports headlines, Steve and Stacy think they have it. What does it say?
Amazing Mets win World Series.
Amazing Mets win World Series, right or wrong, from October 16th, 1969? Yes, that's right. $800 added to the Sheehay total takes them to $1,900. Each of these questions on that headline worth $200. Who was the Mets manager in 1969? Was it Gil Hodges, Casey Stengel, or Mel Ott? Louise and Mike.
Casey Stengel.
No, sorry. Steve or Stacy?
Go ahead.
Was it Gil Hodges or Mel Ott?
Gil Hodges.
That's right. You have it for $200. They were the only 2 left. The Mets came into being after 2 other teams left the New York area. Name one. Steve and Stacy.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
That is correct, yes. Or the Giants. The Dodgers or the Giants. So we have scores of $2,300 to $1,300, $1,000 difference. Let's take a look at the next headline from the front page of the Cheyenne Times, August 29th, 1968. Study that one.
This headline has 4 words.
First clue is cops versus yippies. Letters from the front page. Steve and Stacy for $800. Lay it on me.
Chicago Riots Mar Convention.
Let's check it out and see if they're right. Chicago Riots Mar Convention. Yes, it is right. Headline from 1968 worth $800 takes you to $3,100. For $200, who was the famed Chicago mayor at this time? Steve and Stacy?
Daley.
Yes, Richard Daley was mayor of Chicago, the Windy City. For $200, inside the convention hall, whom did the Democrats nominate for president? Hubert Horatio Humphrey on the first ballot. Louise and Mike, you buzzed in, but we were too late after the buzzer. Okay, let's take a look at the next headline. See how you handle this one from the White House section of the Denver Globe. September 21st, 1977.
This headline has 5 words.
No buzz for 1,000, for 800. Banker is your clue, and we add letters to that headline. From the White House section. Next clue for $600. Press attacks. Louise and Mike think they have it.
Lane resigns as budget chief.
Lane resigns as budget chief. Incorrect. Steve and Stacy, would you like another clue, or
No.
what does it say?
Lance resigns as budget chief.
Lance resigns as budget chief. Try that one. Lance resigns as budget chief, yes. For $200, Lance was one of several advisors who came to Washington, D.C. from this state. Name the state. Steve and Stacy.
Georgia.
Yes, the state of Georgia. Jimmy Carter's state. He brought him to Washington. For $200, who served as budget director during President Reagan's first term? Louise and Mike.
Stockman?
Yes, David Stockman for $200. Louise and Mike with $1,500. Steve and Stacy have $4,100. Remember, the winner today is the couple with the greatest dollar total. They play the $5,000 headline extra. This is the 4th and final headline. From the international pages of the Seattle Times-Herald, September 22nd, 1985.
This headline has 4 words.
For $800, peace mission attack. Letters from the international pages. France's intelligence Second clue. We had more letters. Anti-nuclear ship for $200. More letters. Louise and Mike pay you $200 for that headline.
French admit Greenpeace bombing.
French admit Greenpeace bombing. Try that on for size. Right or wrong? Yes, it's right. Yes. Louise and Mike are $1,700, $4,100 for Steve and Stacy. I'm now going to give you one follow-up question to this headline. Depending on what you wager, it can be worth any part or all of your winnings to this point. Remember, if you're wrong, of course, we deduct those wages. The winner of our game today will play our bonus for $5,000. So wager carefully. The headline, once again, we're dealing with French admit Greenpeace bombing. Place your wagers now. Louise and Mike with $1,700. Steve and Stacy with $4,100. Louise and Mike can add to their winnings. And, of course, the same true for Steve and Stacy. They placed theirs on the left. Now we're waiting for Louise and Mike. And what do you wager?
$500.
$500, Louise and Mike's wager. Steve and Stacy, what do you say?
$300.
Okay, so Louise and Mike, you get the question. If you answer this correctly, you will have won a total of $2,200. The ship Rainbow Warrior was at port in what nation at the time of the bombing for $2,200? Sorry, Steve and Stacy, you want to go for it or pass?
We'll go for it.
All right. What is your answer?
New Zealand.
You are right, and you have won $4,400. You're our champions. Congratulations to you today.
Thanks very much.
And you have the right to add another $5,000 to that, hopefully, in just a moment. Well, Louise and Mike Walker, we kind of beat you with that last question. Sorry about that, but you still win $1,200 to take with you. And our thanks for wanting to play our game, Headline Chasers. Delighted to meet you both. Well, to our champions for today, we'll be back in a moment to play the Headline Extra, where you'll have a chance to add $5,000 to your winnings. Already are $4,400. We'll be right back right after we take this commercial timeout.
And once again, here's the winker.
Steve and Stacy Sheahay have won $4,400. Now let's see if they can pick up a considerable amount to add to that. This is the way we play the Headline Extra. We'll show you 5 sections from our Headline Chasers Gazette that made the front page, and you pick the section you know best. They are international news, television and radio, national news, world affairs, and sports. Steve and Stacy, there are the 5. What is your pleasure?
World affairs.
World affairs is the one that they picked, so here we go. If you can solve the altered headline on world affairs you're about to see with no clues, I'll pay you $5,000. You'll leave here with $9,400. You got to give me the exact headline. You have 5 seconds. Go, and good luck. Steve and Stacy for $5,000. Time's up. Do you have an answer?
Yes.
What is your answer?
Soviets take over Czechoslovakia.
If you're right, you have a total of $9,400 to take home. Is it Soviets take over Czechoslovakia? Yes, you are right. Don't you love it? It's right. Well, congratulations to you, Steve and Stacy. Combined with what you won on the regular game, you leave us with $9,400. By the way, somebody said you look a lot like Angie Dickinson. Look at this. Doesn't she favor Angie? I think maybe a little cuter here. Of course, if Angie were saying that, and we're sitting here, I'd say the same thing to her. So, equal time for everybody. Stacy and Steve, congratulations to you both. Thank you for playing our game. Marvelous champions. Join us again next time for another edition of Headline Chasers. We'll meet 2 more couples and find out who knows more about the events, the voices, the places, and the faces that made front page headlines. I'm Wink Martindale. We hope to see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Some of our departing contestants will receive Wonder Cosmetics products designed for today's on-the-go woman, offering use-up and throw-away convenience. Wonders really are wonderful. Introducing new Vaseline Lip Therapy. It creates a moisture barrier that locks out weather so you may never get chapped lips again. Reese's naturally flavored peanut butter chips for great peanut butter taste in cookies and brownies. Delicious peanut butter chips made from real peanuts.
They're your designs, it's up to you. A life support will get you through. Gentlemen, prefer
in fabulous fashion colors.
paint
Corn Bran cereal from Quaker. No Bran Flake cereal has more fiber, plus Corn Bran has that great crunchy taste of corn.
Don't miss First News today at 4:30 with Bob Burton and Catherine Kiefer. Then on News 10 at 5, how close are we to finding a cure? Gail Westrup presents a special HealthCast report, cancer research. Coming up, find out why Hawaii is a price bargain for vacations. Plus why sex in advertising sells. All on America, next.
This is Johnny Gilbert speaking. Headline Chasers is a production of Merv Griffin Enterprises in association with Wink Martindale Incorporated and distributed by King World.